The stories told in this radio series were drawn from a collaborative research study of alcohol-related problems in Uganda. The study focused on techniques Ugandans living in the suburbs of Kampala use to respond to cases of problem drinking. Given the relatively recent introduction of Western ideas of alcoholism and addiction in Uganda, most people sought help for their problems outside the formal medical system. They visited herbalists to buy herbal emetic therapies. They made offerings to the Rubale spirits in the shrines of Basamize. They prayed for deliverance in the Pentecostal and Charismatic churches. This radio series is a collection of their stories. The stories told here are true as remembered by the people who shared them with the research team. The research team hopes that in sharing these stories with you, that you may come to learn about the wide range of techniques people use to resolve situations of problem drinking.
I grew up in a family of distillers in a village in central region of Uganda. I started drinking waraj when I was only 15. By the time I was in primary 6, I was drinking so heavily that I dropped out of school. I tended to fight a lot when I drank, and after one particular bad fight, I ran to Kampala to escape the police. I had a brother in Kampala who was willing to house me, and I got a job of roasting chicken in front of a big bar. My brother allowed me to stay in his house for free, and he told me that he would care for me, clothe me, house me, and feed me on only one condition, that I would save the little I had from roasting chicken in a saving box. Moving to the city and starting to earn some money, my drinking only progressed. I spent everything I earned and ran up debts at all local bars. In all the bars in my neighborhood, there isn't one where I didn't have a debt. You only need to ask the name Mayanja and they could have told you how much I owed. After a year, my brother sent me to bring the saving box. Sheepishly, I opened it and he found only 20,000 inside. My brother was so furious and told me that he could not manage me anymore. Without anywhere to stay, I started sleeping outside on the streets. I also started driving a boda for someone else. Since I had little money left, I sometimes slept on the seat of the bike. A friend of mine advised me to get a loan to buy my own bodas. I managed to secure the loan. With the money in hand and ready to go to buy the bike in the morning, I passed by my friends in the bar. They called to me and bought me a Nile special lager, and then another, and then another. I too ordered a round for them. It soon became night, and I bought round after round. I was there for 2 days straight buying for my friends. At the end of it all, I had spent all the money of the loan. When the microfinance people found out about their money, they started looking for me to pay back. I ran to the village to escape them, and my fellow group members repaid the loan on my behalf. After 2 years in the village, I came back, and one of my friends gave me a job of roasting chicken again. My friends from the microfinance group found me there and asked my employer to pay them 5,000 every day to slowly repay the loan they had repaid for me. Eventually, they took pity on me and forgave me the loan. I was still drinking at this time. In 2012, a friend of mine had a bar and took pity on me. She told me that she knew of someone who could help me to stop drinking, and she brought me to the shop of a herbalist near her bar. The herbalist asked me if I wanted to stop drinking, and I said yes. I paid 50,000 and she gave me a herbal mixture and told me to put it in alcohol and drink it. I drank it and vomited for days. But once I recovered, I found that I no longer enjoyed the smell and taste of alcohol. I have no problem with others drinking, but whenever I try to drink, it smells badly and I cannot swallow it. I first came to Kampala in 2004, but I can only count the time since 2012 as my working years here. In the first 15 days after I stopped drinking, I made 300,000 shillings. I was still sleeping outside during those days, but my friend who had taken me to the herbal medicine agreed to keep my money for me, and I was soon able to rent a house and buy a mattress and a blanket. Now, 8 years later, I still don't drink, but most of my friends do, and I have no problem with that. I buy alcohol for these friends to drink in my house while I drink juice and we watch movies together. I also enjoy spending time with them in bars playing Ludo. My family and my brothers had all abandoned me, but now they never leave my home. I still drive a boda, but now I own 3, and I am the treasurer of our association. One customer in particular has also come over the past 8 years to trust me enough to hire me into his screen printing business and to help me start a business of rearing broiler chickens. In 2016, I also met a woman newly arrived in Kampala from the village. We have had our kuchala or kwanjula, and we have also welcomed a beautiful son into the world.
The study was carried out by Dr. China Shaz, George Mpanga, and Sarah Namirembe, and was funded by the University of Virginia, the National Science Foundation of the United States, and approved by the Uganda National Council for Science and Technology. In accordance with the requirements of the Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, they have changed the names of the people involved, as well as places and other identifying details.